Okay, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Awesome, awesome, awesome. What an amazing section we just had with Architect Uche talking about, big thinking. Our God is a big thinker, and one of the things we can do is to think big. Our God, He is a big thinker, and one of the things we can do is to think big. All right, just having people thinking big. We've talked about different things for the man, but now we're talking about thinking big as a major factor in you just changing your life. So we appreciate Architect Uche for that amazing, massive thought process. What he has, it's 5 powerful things he mentioned, helping our thought patterns, to become more creative. It's very important that sometimes you may not even be able to know how creative you are until you are in certain circumstances. So one of the things I've come to learn is learning from the 4 leprous men in Acts, First Kings, Second Kings 7. They say if we go to the city, we die here. If we stay where we are, we die. Let's just throw ourselves inside to the hands of the Assyrians. If they save us, we'll live. If they decide to kill us, we might as well die. When you get to the point when you are no longer afraid of death, then you become courageous. Please write in the comment section, say, I am a courageous man. I am a courageous man. We don't want to have men who are not courageous. We don't want to have men who are not taking, the journey quite seriously. Okay, so we're going to have 3 more sections today. The next one we're going to be speaking, with someone that we love so much. Patrick Kuduma is going to be talking to us about inventing. Then after that, we're going to have, Simeon Mbevi talk to us as well. And we're going to close with Kunle Loge today. So I want you to please stay put. We still have 3 more powerful sections. Don't miss it. Don't miss any of the 3 powerful sections left. Okay, so now I want you to please write for me in the comment section, I am a courageous man. 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 Write in the comment section for me, I am a courageous man. Let's go there. I am a courageous man. I am a courageous man, okay? I am a courageous man. That is something very powerful. I am a courageous man. You cannot afford not to be courageous. You cannot afford. Write it in the comments. I am a courageous man. God wants you to be a courageous man as we just pour these blessings into the lives of men around us. It's very important. You know that I am a courageous man. And can I also ask you to tag on this platform men that you know, okay? Men that you know, tag them and just ask them, join us, come and learn, just join us. Tag men in particular. I want to see more men join us to just learn, more men join us, become better, okay? Is important, all right? That you become a better man by learning, all right? Become a better man by learning, all right? Okay, so we're going to have our dear Patrick Kuduma share with us. Amazing man he is. Amazing, amazing man. He's going to be opening us up to something massive, something powerful, okay? So if you're not following me, please do follow because you have so much to learn. You have so much to learn. If you are not following me, please do follow. You have so much to learn. You don't want to miss out anything in this section as well and other times. All right, so I'm going to ask Patrick Kuduma to send me a request to join me live, and then so that we can, run through this right away. Run through this right away, okay? Join me. All right, join me. Send me a request so that we can roll right now, okay? But if you're not sending, I can send you. Maybe let me send you a request to join me. I think he's already here. Let me invite you. So I'm inviting you. Dr. Patrick, let's do this together. Dr. Patrick is another marvelous, I don't know how to describe his thinking pattern, his thinking pattern is if you don't have water, get water by your side because Patrick is about to shake your brain. All right. So thank you everyone that is here. I want to say a big thank you to Dr. Patrick Uduma. I'm hoping for you to become Professor Patrick Uduma PP. Hey.
When you become one, I'll become one. I mean, you are setting the pace. We are following you now. So how do you want to cross your master?
Doctor is good, but Professor Patrick, can I say Professor Pat? Hey, it's sweet.
Don't go there. That's how they drag me to doctorship. Please, don't start.
Oh wow. I want to say a big thank you to you for being here. You know, we value
Thank
you, we appreciate you so dearly. Thank you for all you do for humanity
thank
as a whole, for what you
yeah.
do for the man thing in particular. From inception, you have been a part of the man thing. Um, you supported it with your time, your talent, your treasure. We are grateful. Thank you for the boys that you are raising. I saw them yesterday wearing powerful natives. I say, Patrick, you did not invite me on this one. No.
Oh my
Doctor, you did not
God.
invite me this one. You know, wearing powerful natives. They're looking so amazing. Thank you. With all your busy schedule, I don't know how you get time to still do what I believe God has called you to do. Thank you for
Yeah.
all you have done for the young people. Stand out. Thank you for everything. And thank you for what you do for me in particular. I think beyond you loving everybody, you love me particularly. I want to say thank you for that, for my family as a whole. We love you as well. I'm going to step out. I'm going to be here live, but I'm going to allow you the chance to just take it on. We are talking about reinventing strategies. We don't want men to enter 2025 the same way. This your
Yeah.
section is designed for us. You know, I brought a whole bottle of water because I know what you're going to do. So as you're speaking, it can be cooling our brain because just take it on and fire down. We love you. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much for what you do for Manthing. Like I say, you're building a community. People like us who would have dead gone, but thank you for resurrecting our dream and believing in us. I mean, I've been watching all the speakers. Every one of them, the thought they have brought, the energy they brought, their talent, their touch, and everything. God bless you. And you know, this inventing strategy is very key to me because I'm going to be sharing stories. I don't know how you inspired the girl to do. I'll give you a story how I was detained for 30 days. And in that 30 days, when I was 30 days, everybody has left me. I was on my own. But one thing that was predominantly on my mind is that a situation cannot define me.
Mm.
There is no situation that has the capacity to devalue me, to design me. As a tree, I will come back. And so, one of the things that happened while I was in that detention, I reinvented myself and I started selling pure water in that detention. And I made significant money prudently. And you know, when the 30 days was over, I had saved 35,000 naira.
Are you serious?
Yes, while I was there. And of course, I was eating, I was settling every other person. Of course, I had the contribution. And so for me, reinventing had always been part of my life. I mean, I've gone through a whole lot of life. I've lived without a house. In fact, my office currently is where I used to share with a man, but also very close. Something I want to tell men. Men are debt seekers, not internal seekers. Men
Mm.
are debt seekers. What do I mean by debt seekers? Majority of what men seek is external, not internal. Men seek effect, they don't seek the root. and
Wow.
effect are dead end process. That's the end of the process. So you don't look at the end point, you look at the root point. So what is reinventing? Is newness. Change something so that it appears entirely new in the old.
Wow. Wow.
It is old, but you change it, it becomes new. And it's as simple as looking at your bed that you have used for 20 years. How do you do that bed that it appears new, but it's still that bed? It is, Carlo, the last speaker, was talking about massive thinking. I always say, people, as a child of God, please think the word. They told us to think positively. Yes, it's good to think. Life is encoded in words. So think word why you think big, because it's the thinking of the world that creates bigness. So one of the fundamentals that had changed my reinvention is a Proverbs chapter 14, verse 12 and 12 to 13. You see, there's a way of life that looks harmful enough. Look again. In the old thing that you have, look again. In that old business, look again. In the old life, look again. And look again. It leads straight to hell. Sure, there's the other people that appears to be having good time, but the laughter will end in heartbreak. Now, this is why I said most people look externally. In Proverbs chapter 11, verse 28, I'm born again, by the way, so most of my references will come from the Living Bible. And that's where my strategies come from. In Proverbs chapter 11, verse 28, it says, a life devoted to things. Men are devoted to enlargement, attainment, achievement, fame, and all that. There's nothing wrong with it. But a life devoted to things is a dead life.
Whoa.
A life devoted to things is a dead life, because what you see outside is already dying. The car is dying, the fame is dying. But a God-shaped life is a flourishing tree. My concept will be around the tree wisdom. The tree wisdom. Because you see, for a man to reinvent, what is key in his mind is what they call the inner transformation. Inner transformation is something that if you are accustomed to trees, accustomed to nature, you realize that they are always dying and they are not afraid to die. And what happens? Because the unending goodness of life itself. So they know that they will reproduce after its kind again.
Okay.
So a rebirth is a transformation, and transformation is the key factor into reinventing.
Wow.
And transformation is dying, rebate the date of old identity in order to rebate a new identity. And when you're afraid to die, you're afraid to reinvent. Unfortunately, we die daily. And
we die daily.
We die daily. Because the concept of death is the concept of transformation and maturity. And if you're afraid to die, you can't reinvent, you can't resurrect, you can't transform, you can't mature, you can't grow. And now to look at life from a place we call duality of our life. The duality of our life. We have the divine self and we have the personal self. The divine self is our essential self that should control our personality.
Powerful.
But unfortunately, we focus more on personality, which is a form. Meanwhile, our divine self is formless. And it's the formless that dictates the form, not the form dictating the formless.
So sorry, sir. We need to see your handsome face more. Maybe turn the cameras more. We want to see your handsome face more.
Oh, okay. Is it better?
It's better. Good. We need to know the handsome face and see it better.
Okay, thank you. So men pursue personality
Yes.
rather than their essence.
Whoa.
And there's no life in personality. It is the essence that creates personality.
Mm.
And therefore, the more you pursue personality, you are pursuing an external thing, and it is unseen thing that control. I've been messed up, and what the mental thing that has helped me is that I don't run outside, I run inside.
I don't run outside.
When you run inside, what happens is that you do what they call live review. And when you do live review, you begin to atomize certain parameters and certain ideology and belief system that have shaped why you were messed up. And what happened is what we call the deep connection to your essence. How did I get into that? You realize that in the wisdom of the trees are not interested in the effects, they're interested in the root. So when the effect, that's a flower and the leaves, gives up, they are not afraid because their strength is in their root. And if their
Whoa.
root is solid, it means that they are able to find themselves. It is not in what is happening outside externally that determines a man. It is the root of a man that would determine what is happening outside. So our ability to transform and make significant change is dependent on the depth. The depth of a man is in sixfold. The first one is the energy of a man.
Okay.
The energy of a man is the critical component. If a man wake up on a daily basis and your need drive you, you lose creativity. And most people wake up with their need, in fact, with their goal or with their ambition driving them. Ambition driving you, you will lose this energy that you require to create. Your
Mm.
value system must consistently drive you, not your need.
Not
I help
your
people,
needs.
not your need. You ask yourself a question when you wake up: is it my need that is driving me? Is waking me up? It will put tension. It will put massive pressure on you. But when you focus on your value to wake you up, your estimation will determine your manifestation. It
Oh,
is your
wow.
self-worth. It's your self-worth that will drive your manifestation. But when you look for manifestation, it will discourage you. It will put distrust around you. So what happened? Each time I had fainted, each time I have gone down, each time the bullet of life has arrived me, I don't look at blaming or fault finding or quarreling. I run back inside. Where is my focus will?
Mm.
So my energy, my depth, especially the children of God, the children of God, they don't have depth. What is your depth? What are the number of word of God within your construct mind that alive? I can tell you, number one, no matter how a tree is cut down, at the scent of water, it will come up. So as long as the root remains, the second one is that the spirit of him that raised Jesus Christ dwell in our mortal body to
Yeah.
quicken us. So it means that I can't die because there's a power, that limitless power that's at work in me that will propel my energy. That's the consciousness.
Yeah.
What are the promises of God that are around your mind? I can tell you. One day I was I was down and out, lovely down and out, lost all the strategy. I was in my office. A word just sprang out of my mind, and it said, "Hey, let nothing disturb you. Let not anything bring you anxiety. Don't be afraid. I will help you. I will deliver you. I will save you." Now, you see, that is depth. That means
Real
that
depth. Real depth.
what is your consciousness when you wake up every morning? You have energy, you have depth, you have consciousness. What is consciousness? What do you pay attention to? Do you pay attention? Let me give you an instance. If you go for interview, when you step into the interview room, you will see lineup of interviewers who will focus on you. You will lose your essence if you look at them, which is external. You have to constantly look at yourself, because it is you that carry what they need, not them carrying what they need. When you focus on them, they will intimidate you, because now you are not focusing on yourself. When you focus on them, you lose all the thing that you require, because it's not in them. And man is looking outside, thinking that is that people that will make you. You will make yourself. So we have energy, we have depth, we have consciousness. This thing now will build it to value system. So wisdom, ask typical men. There are 3-4 core values that drive their entire life, that drive their decision, that drive their choices, that drive their strategy. You will tell them they will never concretize their core value. They cannot write it.
Just four.
Just four, but they can't. But you see, my reinvention is about eightfold constructive day-to-day value system. One is goodness. It means I see from goodness, I think from goodness, I feel from goodness. Number 2 is kindness. You're not kind until you're kind to yourself. When you become kinder to yourself, you can reinvent yourself. Because what kindness does is that it stops you from judging yourself unethically and sabotaging yourself.
Hi.
So when you become kinder, the life will become kinder to you. You become non-judgmental. The third one is respect. When you enthrone respect, you become a man of honor. You don't seek honor, you are honor. You are a dispenser of honor. You can't slap your wife because you say you doesn't respect me, doesn't submit me. No, an honorable person have more honor to dispense. So people are looking for honor outside. Meanwhile, you are honor. That's respect. Then hard work. Hard work is involving your mental construct, your emotional engagement, your spiritual depth, and your physical, being. This is hard work. How do you harmonize them? Then the next one is order. Life follow in order. Every time you are outside the orbit of the order of God, then you are creating your own order. There's what I call the universal mind, and we have the personal mind. Until your personal mind is infused in the universal mind, which is the Christ consciousness, which is the mind of Christ, you cannot produce anything worth, because that's the root of it. That's order. The next one is patience. Patience is the ability to mortify your reward until the time is matured. Then you talk about love. How many people can hold themselves as men to love themselves? Say, "Hey, Patrick, I love you." These are one of the things that changed me. Every morning I woke up, I say, "You are love. You're not seeking for love. You are a dispenser of love." And so when your mental construct are in this regime, you see how you're reinventing yourself. And the last one is keep your word. The more you make yourself a promise and keep it, the more heaven trusts you with their promise. And the more people can put a trust on you. You see how a structure value system consistently shape your decision, your choices, and modify your relationship and increase your effectiveness in the marketplace and everything you're doing. So let's breaking it down. The fundamental things as a strategy can reinvent a man. Number 1 is what I call your lens life.
Your lens life.
Your lens life. In my local palace, I think there's the first thing we talk about in Honaya. Your life's
Yes.
in Honaya means that your wife that you're marrying or your job admiring start from the first contact. Your true life is your perspective, your outlook of life. How you define the world is the perception of yourself over the world. You know, how did I get to know? The Lord Jesus Christ was so fundamental in this. There was a time that he went to heal. He was told that his friend was sick. He said his friend is not sick, is not on death. Since as death was saying, resurrection resurrected me up to that moment. Never resurrected the man that was buried. And so, because in his identity, he said, I am life and resurrection. So while people were looking at impossibility, he was looking at duty. That is when people are looking at Nigeria as a bad nation, some of us are tapping it as a good nation.
Yeah.
Because your definition would determine your relationship. Your relationship will determine your first of all your impact, and that will now determine your reward. It is not what is given to you that gives you reward. It is what you give and contribute that gives you reward.
True.
So when people say Nigeria is bad, it is that Nigeria, they are not taking from Nigeria. Nigeria is not giving them. But when you start giving Nigeria, Nigeria will give you back. Because the same Nigeria that is bad, some people will never live here because it is good for them. They will never leave. Why? It is from their lens life. Your lens will determine your entire life. What is the second one? The second one will be your thought life. We all think about it, that as a man thinketh, so he is. So it means that where you are is a function of your thought processes and your thought pattern. If you think wise, you become wise. If you think good, and unfortunately, most of us are saying we are good tree, like in Matthew chapter 7. It says a good tree will produce good fruit. A bad tree. So every time you have a bad experience, it was orchestrated by bad thinking.
Wow.
Because the same thing that you call bad, another person will look at it and he said it's a good thing.
Correct.
Everything that you say is bad is a function of your definition, your lens that had influenced your thought pattern. And the more you think constructively in bad or good, depending on the nature of your life, that the thought structure is what we call the constructive, the consequential constructive conviction, which is belief.
Wait. Please break it down. That's a big English.
Yeah, consequential means that your beliefs determine the consequence of your life. It is your belief that creates your reality. Change your belief system, you change the effect. To change a man's circumstances, go and investigate his belief support system that supports that circumstances. Change the belief system, you entirely change the course of that man. So you see, lens impact on your thoughts, your thought impact on your belief system, and your belief system will influence your emotion. People say, I'm emotional. What are you a feeling? You have equated yourself as a feeling. That's what it is. Because feeling is an instrument to bridge our creative force from the seen, from the unknown to the known. Change your feeling, the patterns change. That's why you see, if you want to change a man, change his feeling.
Change his feeling.
You see what footballers does. If they see a star, they will hit him, he get angry. When he gets angry, they distort his potential, because anger is a destructive feeling, because it takes joy to produce results. So when men are perpetually angry, they are deconstructed and devalued. And so what happens is that their effectiveness and their effectual method are destroyed. If you want to kill a man, let him be perpetually sad.
Perpetually sad.
And you see that when people are perpetually sad, which create hate, once you hate a thing, you reproduce after hate. And I'm telling a man, something is coming to my mind. Every man that hates your father, from today, please, I beg of you, whatever your father has done, I kneel down and beg you in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ, forgive your father. If you don't forgive your father, everything that the man has done, you are going to reproduce it.
Whoa, whoa.
And I'm speaking out of experience. If you hate your father for whatever reason, please release him tonight. Try it, you will see the blessing. If you hate it, you are likely going to reproduce it, and your son is likely going to hate you. That's how powerful feelings are. Then it comes down to the last one. What is your conduct? But let me quickly, because of time, I don't know how many times, let me give 6 killers of men. Self-quarreling. Quarreling can invent.
Go ahead. You still have like 2-3 minutes more. Go ahead.
Self-quarreling, self-hate, self-blame, self-trust, distrust. How do I reinvent? One, the state of your mind is critical. An unhealthy mind will produce after its kind. A lot of us has an unhealthy mind. It affects our lens, it affects our thoughts, it affects our belief, it affects our feelings, and affects our conduct. An unhealthy mind will produce after its kind. Change your mind. Be free. What's the second one? And that unhealthy mind is because it's unlightened. The story of the mind. What story do you wake up and tell yourself? What is the dominant story in your life? Because people want strategy, but they don't have the house of strategy. Is the condition of the mind. A sound mind will produce sound strategy. An unsound mind will struggle and worry and stay in a lower self, which is lower energy. So what is the sound mind? What is the state of the mind? What is the story in the mind? You can reconstruct a story. Stories are powerful. What do you tell yourself on a daily basis? Number 3, when your stories are unfriendly, there is the second one, the sensitivity of the mind. Strategy is a function of your sensitivity. That's what key into the signal of your mind, the voice in your mind. And finally, which is now produce strategy. How did I get into reinvention? Number 1 is there's what I call release. Pastor, you know that every day we say, goodness and mercy shall follow me.
Yes.
But do you know that what is mercy? When you wake up and you bring the old self into the new day, you are carrying a baggage of the old to the new. You know, the Bible says his mercies are new every day. You got to consistently know that I'm complete new person on each day. As I sleep, I have died. As I wake up with new dream, with new knowledge, with new wisdom, with new insight, I am no longer the old person. I am a new person. So when you have released yourself, be merciful to yourself. It is key for people to release. We call it the chamber of release. The chamber of release will bring, the chamber of release will introduce you the chamber of void. Hate emptiness. Emptiness is the core, because Jesus said, blessed are the meek. The meek are not attached, no concept, no idea. They are who trust. Every time you have a concept, your faith is diluted.
Whoa.
And so
What
when
is
you
what?
go after the chamber, that chamber, the first of release, you get into void. Sir, less is richer than more.
Please
Men should
explain
speak
that.
less. Yes, let me explain. the guy who has 2 fishes and 5 loaves, if he has eaten it with himself, he would think it's big. When he released it, he fed 5,000 men.
Whoa. Whoa.
You know, Carlos says some profound thing which most men don't understand. They hold because they think from scarcity base. But when you release, you're thinking from abundance.
Wow.
So now it will lead you to the place of the chamber of characterization, which is where you're bored, which is a new strategy. You cannot consistently use the old wine and put into new wine. What is old wine? Don't take your failure and bring into your new self. It died yesterday. Come out with, you know what? I am complete. I'm resurrected. I'm alive again. I am capable. You see, this mental construct will continue to fuel your faith and place a demand of responsibility around you. I think I will just need to let me respect time.
Wow. Wow. I think we need to do a part two of this. This is getting hotter here right now. But because of time, we're going to stop here. I want us to show some, let's say, some love emoji to Dr. Patrick Uduma. Thank you so much. I don't know how you dig out all these deep, deep things. Less is more. Wow. Less is more. Okay. We'll talk about this more. Less is more. And people are fighting for more, 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 more everywhere. Do you
And it's
know?
the more, that's why they are poor, because what engineered more is poverty.
Wow.
What engineered less is prosperity, and we're generosity. That's why I say it's more blessed to give than to receive. And until men reinvent this, it's difficult to prosper.
And you know, it is when you begin to know that less is more, that's when you now start allowing yourself to be more generous.
Yes, sir.
Because Jesus said it's more blessed to give
To
than
give.
to receive.
Yes, sir.
So it is in my giving. So my giving looks as though it is reducing, but it is in my giving that I get more. Let me give a good example. A few weeks ago in the US, or for months now, Elon Musk was busy giving out money, doing different things, but after the election, after all the things he has packed out and given people $1 million, see where he has gone to now. So
Yes,
what you
sir.
are saying is that thing that they call less is actually a paradigm shift to start
It's a
giving.
paradigm.
Thank you
Yes, sir.
so much. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you.
I don't know what time you read your own kind of book or when you pray or think that bring all these ideas to you. Please, next time you tell us the secret. But if you are here, I want you to please follow Patrick Uduma. He's an amazing man. Please, you see where you have uh, the title of today's conversation is growing up. If you click on it, the arrow pointing that like a V. If you click, you can follow both of us without stepping out. All right. I'm also going to end this video right now so that I can get another person. Simeon Mbevis from Kenya. He's one of the men that have a voice for men in Kenya, and so he's going to be talking to us powerfully. So please don't leave here without following Patrick Uduma. Also follow me at I am Osiri Wisdom, and give me 2 minutes. I'm going to end this, save this video. I'm also going to collaborate with Patrick so he can share it on his own platform on Instagram, and then we'll be back. Please take some water. I know that Patrick has heated up your head. Take some water to calm your brain down. Thank you so much, sir. We'll be back.
Thank you, sir. Yes.